All right, well, most of the state has started the college football season. The Trailblazers get going this week, and Paul Peterson, head coach of Dixie State in his first season, former Bingham High grad, joining me right now from St. George. How you doing, Coach? Good to have you with us.
Doing awesome. Thanks for having me.
Before we get to this year, I want to look ahead a little bit, if you don't mind, because Dixie State making the jump to D1, and of course for football, because of the fact they're going to the WAC, that means FCS independence for you. What kind of challenges does that pose as you start to look ahead?
Well, you know, we just dropped our schedule last week. We're excited about the opponents that we play. It's definitely a challenge to, I feel like we've got a lot to catch up on, a lot of hard work, especially recruiting. We've got to compete with these teams that have done a really good job in the state and that are established, and we're gonna match their facilities and be able to compete with them scholarship-wise. So we're mostly excited about the challenge, and want to get some big names down here in our stadium to fill it up as well.
I was going to say, next year you only have 3 home games. You do come to Southern Utah. You come to Weber State. That'll be fun. I imagine you're excited to try to get those 2 to come to St. George. Is that right?
Yeah. Actually, I think in 21 we play them down here. So we've got a home and home with them, and that'll be fun. It'll be a packed house playing those 2 teams. 2022,
you get to go to BYU. I'm not sure if you're going to get the Cougars to come to St. George, but you got to be excited about that date in Provo.
Yeah, a big challenge. You know, they're the premier team, them in Utah and the state. Really good, obviously a ton of tradition. It'll be great for our student athletes to be able to play there. Something definitely to look forward to. You know, we're recruiting right now, and we got to make sure that we find guys that, as we're evaluating them, can compete with that team. And so that's definitely a big challenge and something that we've got marked in the calendar coming up in the next few years.
All right, well, the most important thing right now is Colorado State Pueblo this week. You've gone through camp. How's the team looking? And let me ask you specifically at quarterback. You got Cody Wilstead out of Pineview, big kid at 6'7". But from what I'm seeing, you look like you've got quite a stable of quarterbacks available.
Yeah, it's a good group. I think we got 6 on the roster right now, a lot of local kids. They can all play. And, you know, Cody Wilstead, Keaton Mott have finished camp, competing very well and making each other better. Cody Wilstead is going to be the starter with Keaton Mott playing a little bit too. Keaton played at Bingham High School, graduate transfer from University of Northern Colorado. So we're excited about both those 2 and see how they perform this Saturday. Yeah, big challenge for us. Pueblo is the reigning RMAC champ, and they've been to the playoffs I don't know how many consecutive years, and so big challenge for us. It's going to be a great atmosphere down here. I'm excited for it.
I have to throw in the name Tanner Hammond because he's from up here, Woods Cross. How's he looking?
Yeah.
What's the future holding for him?
Yeah. No, Tanner's awesome. Lefty, he can sling it. He's smart. He uses his feet well. He's a good quarterback. He's sitting at number 3 right now, so he's a couple snaps away from getting that call to come up and play. He had a really good spring practice and got some really good reps here in fall camp as well. We had open competition with all these guys, and it narrowed down to him being at the number 3 spot. We love the kid, great kid.
Real quick on this season, there are a number of teams on your schedule you're probably never going to see again as you move up. How do you approach this season and those opponents?
You know what, RMAC traditionally really good football. You know, a lot of teams, or excuse me, a lot of people in Utah don't recognize some of the names, but have been around for a long time with some good football. Take 1 or 2 teams from our conference in the playoffs every year. We're excited about playing them. You know, I'm new to them too, and I've been watching and studying during the summertime, and some really good football is being played, and I'm excited to put my brand of football in the RMAC and kind of end the RMAC legacy here with Dixie State.
That'd be great. Before I let you go, a couple more quick things. Jim Fossil, his fingerprints are everywhere.
Sure.
He's got a son with the Rams. His son Mike is your director of ops?
Yeah.
How's that? Is there a future of coaching?
Oh, Mike's awesome. So I play with Mike at Boston College. He was our place kicker. Phenomenal guy. He's super smart. He handles our special teams and our ops. And great to have that connection with his old man and his brother with the Rams. And we've had a chance to go out there and watch them practice a few times. And they've been nothing but helpful. But a great family, great coaching tree, and great legacy there. I'm lucky to have them on my staff.
You just mentioned Boston College, starting quarterback there. And Matt Ryan was your backup. That's got to be one of your claim to fame.
Yeah, you know what? He owes me a steak dinner or two. He's a wealthy man. It was fun playing with Matt. He was awesome, super competitive, great person, natural leader, and a guy you wanted to follow. He was a little bit younger than me. If I was about his same age, he probably would have beat me out. But circumstances were that I ended up playing and had a good time. It was a great experience there at Boston College.
Well, he's doing all right with the Falcons, so I would say he's doing
right,
just
yep.
fine. Coach, thank you so much. Hey, listen, we're really excited to follow you this season, and even more excited next year as you make that move up. And
Awesome.
best of luck to you and your program.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.